Yo, what's up guys? Steve Reese here again for Does It Doom, where we feature guitar lessons and gear demos in the stoner doom genre. If that's your thing, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more weekly doom content. In today's video, we are going to be checking out Baghdad by High on Fire, the first song off the first record. It has an incredible opening riff, one of my favorite riffs of all time, and just the whole song is comprised of some really great Matt Pike riffs. So the song is in the key of C minor, pretty typical for Matt and High on Fire. You're going to need to have your guitar tuned to C standard. So get your stuff tuned up, zoom on in. I'm going to do a quick demo of the riffs, and then we're going to break it down riff by riff. Check it. As I mentioned in the introduction, Baghdad is in the key of C minor. You're going to need to have your guitar tuned to C standard. If you haven't had a chance to check out my 4 Intervals of Doom blog post, you really should in combination with this song. This song is just a perfect example of all of that theory put into play. So I'm going to throw a link in the description below. You can read along with that and learn this lesson. I think it'll mesh together really well. So the first riff in this song, I'm going to break into 2 parts. And the first riff goes like this. All right, guys, so this first riff, it's massive, and it's using a lot of different intervals, but it's definitely using the 4 intervals of doom. You've got the appearance of the major third, you've got the appearance of the flat 5th, you've got the appearance of the major 7th, and you've got the appearance of the flat 2nd, along with a bunch of just typical natural minor intervals. So the first half of it, that's what I'm going to consider the first half of that riff, is using just a lot of those Phrygian dominant sort of ideas, plus the harmonica minor idea. The hardest part of this riff is really just getting that rhythm down. interesting thing that we're doing is that classic Matt Pike idea where you're holding that root fifth power chord at the 12th fret, and then you're releasing the 12th fret to have the open note an octave lower, but maintaining the fifth interval on that fifth string. So again, you're using that root, the flat second, the minor third, the major third, the major seventh. This is the perfect fifth, and the flat sixth. So just borrowing a lot there, but it's definitely got that minor undertone to it. And then the second part of that big first riff goes like this. So sort of very similar rhythm, but changing it up a bit. So you're really using that flat fifth interval, which is a great doomy interval, and then kind of stepping up from the flat seventh to the major seventh to the root. That major seventh is always a great passing tone. And again, down here, sort of using that major third to minor third. And you're also, utilizing that flat second, major seventh. And still using a lot of that same idea from the first half of the riff. But anyways, it's a killer riff. It's just mixing a lot of ideas in there and is just, again, a prime example of a natural minor scale and mixing in all these additional doomy intervals to just make one massive killer riff. One other thing I'd like to mention about this big sliding riff in the beginning is just how much he's sliding around sometimes. He sort of changes it up. I've seen him almost play the whole riff, only picking a couple times, and sometimes he picks it a lot. So you could go... or you can pick it all out. That's one of those really cool things about especially those really early High on Fire records where Matt just slides all over these big, long power chord riffs using tonalities from all sorts of different minor scales, and just sounds awesome. So feel free to incorporate that when you're playing that riff because it sounds awesome. So that takes care of the first riff. The second riff now goes like this. So it's using a lot of natural minor elements, throwing in that flat fifth, throwing in that minor second. first part of that is just walking down the natural minor scale. From the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret to the 5th fret, and then pulling off the open. Landing on this 1st fret, minor 2nd, sliding up to that minor 6th, So that's the 2nd riff in the song. The next riff in the song is a very typical sort of Matt Pike idea where you're working with this 5th string 7th fret root note, that's a C note, and the open 6th string C note. He's sort of just dropping back to that minor 7th, and when he hits the minor 7th, he's no longer using that 6th string. So you're only using the 6th string with the 5th string 7th fret. When you drop back to the 5th fret, you're just hitting that 5th string 5th fret. So one time at speed here. So this takes us to the very last riff in the song, which is played twice throughout, and it is exclusively in the natural minor scale. Using this box pattern down here. So again, that's the root, the major 2nd, the minor 3rd, the perfect 4th, the perfect 5th, the flatted 6th, the flat 7, and the root. So the last riff of the song at speed goes like this. When he plays the riff earlier in the song, he doesn't end on that open C, he just goes back into the main riff, but at the very end, they end on that C power chord down here at the open position. Then slowed down a bit, it goes like this. So again. Even the chords he's using here at the end. all from the natural minor scale. So one more time at speed. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that lesson as much as I enjoyed teaching it. One of my absolute favorite songs. As I mentioned early on in the lesson, you can check out my blog, The 4 Intervals of Doom, which really applies, directly to Baghdad. There's just a lot of similarities. I feel like Baghdad is a great example, an applied example of everything I discussed in that blog post. So, I think it'd do you some good to check it out, learn this lesson, read that blog. You'll probably be able to put everything together really good. So anyways, leave me, some comments. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you thought of the lesson. Let me know what you thought of the blog. And, always open to requests. And I'm looking to maybe branch out and do a few different bands here in the coming weeks for you guys. I've had so many requests. Really appreciate all the love and support. And we'll be back next week with another killer Doom lesson. See ya.